Okay, there we go. I'm having a great chat with two very important people involved with Santa Barbara Festival Ballet, their 40th Nutcracker at the Arlington Theater, and as everybody in Santa Barbara knows, that is the largest venue in Santa Barbara. It seats 2,200 people. They're going to do 3 performances of the Nutcracker with at least 3 fabulous guest artists. We're going to talk about all that in a minute. December 13th and 14th, we'll go there in a second. But first, let me just introduce my friends who are being very patient with me because I'm flipping through my notes. I'm going to ask, as we did in a preliminary, where you're going to nod and gesture and say hi as I introduce you. I am speaking with the board president of Festival Ballet, Diana Replogle-Puringon. Say hi.
Hello. Thank you.
And Denise Rinaldi, who is artistic director of Festival Ballet. Say hi.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, so keep that in mind, who these 2 people are. We're going to talk about this amazing history of Festival Ballet in Santa Barbara. You know, to do 40 years in a row of the Nutcracker, that's something. In fact, it's one of the longest running consecutive Nutcrackers in the nation, really, at least according to your publicity. Let me do some details so that people, this is going to be seen all over Southern California, and people, I know there are a million Nutcrackers. We don't have to go there, but this one's really pretty special, and we're going to find out why in just a minute. So I'm hoping some people will come up. You know, Santa Barbara is unique, beautiful, gorgeous, great restaurants, the whole thing. It's a day trip, an evening trip. Here's the dirt on Santa Barbara Festival Ballet's Nutcracker at the Arlington. The dates are Saturday, December 13th, 2:30 and 7. 2 shows, 2:30 and 7, Saturday, December 13th. And then Sunday, the 14th of December at 2:30. And this will be the 40th consecutive Nutcracker at the Arlington. The prices are, you know, dirt cheap, $25 to $55. And you can get those tickets. Where's the Arlington ticket box number? Here it is. In Santa Barbara area code, which is 805, the telephone number for the Arlington box office is 963-4408. So come on up for a wonderful weekend in Santa Barbara and catch this fabulous show. Terrific costumes, fabulous sets. We all know all about all that stuff about the Nutcracker, but this is really going to be special because it is the 40th season, and there are going to be some other special events going on along with it. But let's kind of start at the beginning, which is, you know, I think people just think this kind of happened somehow, and I want to know what. See, I want to know when does this process begin each year, and what does it take to corral all these kids, all these local dancers, and that, let alone bringing in the guest artists that we're going to talk about in just a minute. Go. Let's ask Denise. Go ahead, Denise.
The process actually begins the day after the show. The board works year long on, you know, raising the funds and getting the logistics in place and the administrative part of it. The students audition in early September, usually the weekend after Labor Day. We start rehearsals that following Tuesday. So we start in September and rehearse all the way up until the show. Our guest artists come in later, but matter of fact, one of them is arriving today for the Nutcracker, Devin Lovett, he's training with Ballet West. Incredibly gorgeous young man. Oh my goodness. We saw film of him from his, when he was doing the Flames of Paris on YouTube when he was 16. It was amazing, just amazing. So now he's 19 and he's going to be gorgeous. So yeah, we start way back in September, and we're going strong.
Diana, what's your role as board president aside from supervising and corralling your board and getting them involved? What's going on with your role?
We are both the Festival Ballet Performing Company, and the studio is a 501c3 corporation, nonprofit. So we do a lot of focus on fundraising. Costs over $120,000 to produce the Nutcracker every year, and we are one of the few companies in the United States that has had a live symphony orchestra all 40 years, and that is very special. It's special for us as performers to dance to live music.
Yes.
It's special for the audience to hear the music, not
Yes.
recorded.
Yeah.
So that's a big focus.
And Elise Unruh has been conducting the orchestra. This is a professional orchestra, by the way.
It
just to make
is.
sure everybody's clear. For how many years now?
Oh, Elise has been conducting, for at least 20, if not more.
Just
More
over
than
20 years. Some
Yeah.
of the performers have been with us since 1975. Some of the musicians.
And we just talked about this business of getting started right after Labor Day, but also you're dealing with people from all over the community. Give me just an overview. We'll go to the big people in a minute, but give me an overview of the community involved, the various dance groups, all that. Denise, how about it?
Well, we have, of course, all of our students in the school, but we also have some students who are just come to the audition. So we have a few of those students who dance elsewhere who come and audition. They're in the show. We have some long-running members. I mean, Desmond O'Neill, who plays Mother Ginger, and he has been in this show since his daughter was a little party girl many years ago. And he's been a party dad, he's been Mother Ginger, he's been Drosselmeyer, and his daughter is long ago grown and gone and has children of her own, but he still is with us. And we have other people in the community that are with us. Mae Chandler plays one of the mothers in our party scene. She is an absolutely gorgeous dancer who happens to also be a podiatrist. So she's now our resident foot surgeon. And we've sent quite a few dancers to her, and she's amazing as a doctor, but also as a dancer in the party scene. So we have a lot of different people from the community that have become involved with us, and many, of course, who stay for many years, and that part is really wonderful to have.
And you have UCSB Dance is involved.
Yes.
You have, let me make sure I've got his name. I know I've got it here somewhere. You know who I mean, the guy who's playing the Arabian Cavalier, Tracy Crawford, who is artistic director of Santa Barbara City College Dance, performing.
Right.
Yeah. Throw a couple
We're
more at
very
me.
excited to have those UCSB students
Yeah.
and Tracy. They're really quite a lovely addition to the show, and it's so nice to have that connection with UCSB.
And then there are the big draws, and I tell you, this really is going to be exciting. Michelle Wiles, who is founding artistic director of Ballet Next in New York City and principal dancer. She's this is her 4th year, I think, dancing the Sugar Plum Fairy, yeah?
With us, yes.
Yeah. And so the Santa Barbara audiences know Michelle, but the big catch, Chase Finlay of New York City Ballet. He is principal dancer with New York City Ballet, and he is playing the Cavalier. Tell me about that, Chase, so to say.
Well, that is just so exciting to have him coming. So Michelle Wiles was the one that asked him if he would dance with her. And they've, of course, been rehearsing in New York and putting together their version, because Michelle comes from American Ballet Theater and a Petit Pas version. And Chase is with New York City Ballet, and Balanchine's version is different. So I just heard from her about how she and Chase are working together to come up with their version that melds the two. And so we're really excited to see it. And Chase Finlay is really well known for his Apollo and other things in New York City Ballet. But our dancers are just beside themselves. Our artistic staff is beside themselves that this man is coming to dance with us. And the opportunity for our community to see guests of this caliber is unheard of. Yeah. Big companies don't come to Santa Barbara. We very rarely get a company on like New York City Ballet or American Ballet Theater. We have other smaller companies and various wonderful companies coming to Santa Barbara, but not those big ones. And so to be able to see someone like Chase Finlay right here in Santa Barbara is absolutely incredible.
And not only that, he's young.
Yes. And gorgeous. And my daughter gets to pick him up from the airport. So.
Oh, yeah. He's like 23 or something, and has had this skyrocketing career at New York City Ballet. So that is really going to be something. Those two working together, and I spoke with Wiles few days ago, as you know, and they were talking about how they rehearsed together and have put together this kind of amalgam, just little bits and changes, but it's just going to be a little bit special. The Petit Pas and the Balanchine versions kind of melded. I hope Mr. Balanchine is okay with that. Anyway, what else do we need to know about this particular Nutcracker? I'm going to go through the info again in a bit before I ask you about the future.
Well, this particular Nutcracker, I think it's just a special time for it being the 40th anniversary. I mean, Diana and I, of course, have a lot of memories. Everything from the first year that I was the director, and in the middle of the battle scene, the Rat King's sword broke and fell into the symphony orchestra. You know, we have lots of stories like that were fun as people that are part of this show. But I think we also have a large audience of people who come every year, and I hope they'll bring their friends, because this is, you know, an incredible one. And especially with our guest artists, but with our own dancers as well. Our students are hardworking and beautiful. Mm-hmm. They're really extraordinary. So I hope that a lot of people come and see it. Even though it's a pre-professional company, it is a very high standard. And there's not a lot of pre-professional companies that could put on a show of this caliber with primarily volunteers coordinating it.
But besides, where else can you... Go ahead, Diana, sorry.
Well, as Denise said, it's pre-professional company. However, our production is extremely professionally done. And on that note, I would like to also thank audience members that have joined us for 2 and 3, and now some will be able to say 4 decades of the Nutcracker. It truly is a community event for Santa Barbara. We've had over 1,000 students, children and adults, go through our roles over those 40 years. And I feel that's something to be very proud of, and is a wonderful community-wide opportunity too, on both sides of the footlights, for those that come and watch as well as those that have been on stage.
And there's something kind of charmingly informal also about the Arlington Theater itself.
There is.
The popcorn, the soda pop, it's perfect for kids, and they can take it into the theater, I think, can't they? And munch their popcorn and drink, you know, so it's very informal. It's not stuffy at all. It's a beautiful opportunity for kids to be exposed to this work.
Yes, to be exposed to live theater and to ballet, to the live, symphony. It's a very good introduction to dance. It's not a heavy ballet. So from ages 3 up, enjoy it.
Yeah. Now give me a little quick overview about what might be kind of in the works. What are you all sitting around the boardroom fantasizing about for the future? I don't mean of Nutcracker, that's in place, but just little things like you do another production in the spring and scholarships and all that good stuff.
Right, we do have a lot of other things going on. We do our spring repertory concert. We're members of Regional Dance America Pacific, and we'll be traveling to perform in Sacramento this year. We also perform in March in Torrance with South Bay Ballet. But I think the biggest thing that we're trying to look forward to is to expand our scholarship program. We have a small scholarship program now, very near and dear to my heart. As a young dancer, I had to pay for my own lessons. I know Diana worked to pay for her own lessons. And so I do not want to see a child who wants to dance not be able to do it because of financial means. I know that we have several board members working passionately on this. And as I said, we have a small scholarship program going now, but we really would like to expand that. I would like to see our Friends of Clara program, which brings children to from very many underserved families, brings the children and their families to Arlington to see the show. I would like to have the next step be those children are invited to be participants in the show, be participants in the classrooms here, those who want to dance. Mm-hmm. Some may always want to be audience members, but there are a lot of children out there that don't have the means to do this or whose parents never thought of it, and reaching out to them would make a huge difference.
Yeah, and I'm the classical musician here, but any arts discipline, just the discipline of an arts choice, be it music, be it dance, whatever, is a lifelong history in how to be disciplined, how to be organized, how to work in a collaborative and team way. Parents need to understand that the arts are very, very important to young people
Absolutely.
and their future and their character and their ability to become good dentists or whatever they're going to be later. Most of whom will follow other careers, but that discipline of dance and rehearsals and expectations is very, very important, and that's what the arts are so important for young people. So the scholarship program is very, very important. I hope that builds with time. I think we're going to have to quit, or we're going to lose folks. I'm going to give the info once more. We have Santa Barbara Festival Ballet, the Nutcracker at the Arlington. It's called Nutcracker at the Arlington. It's very nice. 40th performance in the huge and glorious Arlington Theater in downtown Santa Barbara. You can't miss the place. Those of you that might be coming up for a lovely meal and then catch the Nutcracker performance, live symphony orchestra in the pit. We're not fooling around here. We have Chase Finlay with New York City Ballet, principal dancer with New York City Ballet, is playing the role of Cavalier. And the Sugar Plum Fairy, her 4th year. There's a good reason she's coming back every year. Michelle Wiles, who is founder and artistic director and principal dancer for Ballet Next in New York City. We have Devin Lovett from Ballet West in Salt Lake City. He's coming to play the Nutcracker. Among the many, many local dancers involved is Tracy Crawford, who has been organizing the Santa Barbara City College dance department for the past, I guess by now 3 or 4 years, and is a professional dancer as well. By the way, we forgot to mention Clara. Dos Pueblos High School senior Grace Barker is playing the role of Clara, and she is elegant and charming. I believe I watched her a couple days ago. Tickets, $25 to $55. The Arlington Theater box office in Santa Barbara, the area code is 805. The phone number is 963-4408. Call it, buy the tickets, make your restaurant reservations, and come on up for a wonderful weekend in Santa Barbara. Denise, Rinaldi, am I getting your name right, Rinaldi?
Rinaldi.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Somehow I got Arnaldi in my head. Denise Rinaldi, artistic director of the ballet, and then, oh God, here I have to go again, with Diana Replogle-Puringon, chairman or president of the board of directors of Festival Ballet. It's been a great pleasure having a chance to chat with you. Thanks very much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, absolutely.
Bye-bye.